Paula had worked as a receptionist at a doctor's clinic for over 10 years. She liked her job. The doctors and staff were kind and friendly. But there was one thing she didn't enjoy: dealing with patients. Many of them were rude and impatient. They acted like they were the only ones who needed help, not realizing how busy the doctors, and even the receptionists, were. In Paula's eyes, receptionists worked just as hard as doctors and deserved the same respect. But most people didn't see it that way. One morning, Paula was chatting with a coworker and about to sip her tea when the phone rang. With a sigh, she picked it up. "Landmarsh Medical Practice, how can I help you?" A man on the other end started explaining his health problems. But Paula quickly cut him off. No, you can't just call and get an appointment. You need to go online, fill out the form, and wait to hear from us. The man kept talking, but Paula hung up. Right then, a woman came to the desk and said she had an appointment for an asthma checkup. Paula asked, "Do you have any paperwork?" The woman took out her phone to show the email. "Not on your phone." "I need actual paper," Paula said firmly. "I don't have that," the woman replied. "Date of birth?" Paula asked. 3rd of May, 1982. Yeah, take a seat," Paula mumbled, clearly annoyed. Just then, one of the doctors walked past and cheerfully shouted, "Happy Tuesday, guys." The staff replied cheerfully. But Paula kept grumbling about people not following the rules. At that moment, an elderly man with gray-white hair slowly walked up to the counter. "I'd like to see the doctor, please," he said in a thick Irish accent. "Name?" Paula asked, typing on the computer, "James Byrne." "But in Gaelic, my name is 𝘚𝘌𝘓 𝘓𝘢𝘪𝘢. Am I putting James or 𝘚𝘌𝘓?" She snapped. "James," he answered gently. "Is there any chance I could see the doctor today? I really don't feel well." "You can't just walk in and expect to see a doctor. You need to fill out the form online," she replied. "I'm not very good with the internet," he said quietly. "Could you check if there's any way to see someone today?" "Take a seat," Paula said, waving him away like someone shooing a dog. "If a doctor has time, I'll let you know." James thanked her and slowly walked to the waiting area. Paula went back to her work, tuning out the quiet voices around her like background noise. She heard James softly talking to someone nearby, sharing stories about his Irish heritage and how his grandmother used to say they had gypsy blood. Later, when James was sitting alone, he began to hum a song. His voice floated gently across the room, and the old triangle went jingle-jangle, all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Paula looked over and saw him fiddling with something in his hands. Then she realized, he was holding a wooden pipe. She stood up quickly and pointed at him. "Excuse me. You can't smoke in here. Put that out." James lifted the pipe and said, "It's not lit. There's no tobacco in it." Still, she shook her head and returned to her computer. After a moment, she stood again. "That's it. We've got nothing today. You'll have to come back tomorrow. And leave your pipe at home." "But I really don't feel well," James pleaded. "Try again tomorrow," she snapped. Pointing to the door, James looked hurt, pale, and exhausted. He shuffled out slowly as the automatic doors closed behind him. Paula muttered, "Honestly, some people." Another woman came to the desk. "I'd like to see the doctor," she said. "It doesn't work like that," Paula said coldly. "Fill out the form online, and we'll get back to you." "My daughter already filled it." The reply said I should come in person. "That's not how it works," Paula said sharply, "but that's what the message said." "When was this?" "This morning," the woman replied. Paula angrily typed her name into the computer and hit enter hard. "Your daughter will get a reply soon," she said, turning back to her screen. "That seems silly," the woman said quietly. "I'm already here." "Excuse me," Paula said loudly. "We don't tolerate verbal abuse. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. I wasn't being rude, I'm just, when your form is reviewed, we'll be in touch. Good day. The woman, upset, turned and left. The next morning, Paula came to work as usual. While making tea, her coworker Kath walked in. Did you hear the news? Kath asked. No. What happened? One of our patients passed away last night. A neighbor found him. Oh. That's awful. Who was it? Paula asked. A man named James Byrne. Paula froze. She couldn't speak. Her heart sank. Could she have done more? Should she have helped him? She shook her head. No, she told herself. She was just following the rules. People can't just turn up and expect to see a doctor. That night, she couldn't sleep. The image of James haunted her thoughts. It's not my fault, she told herself, but just as she was drifting off, a strange smell filled the room. In the morning light, things felt more normal. She got ready for work as usual. But when she stepped outside, that smell came back, faint but familiar. Later, while waiting at a red light, she realized what it was. Pipe smoke. No, it's just in my head, she whispered, trying to shake off the fear, but as she parked at the clinic, she heard something behind her. She turned, and saw an old man in the shadows, lighting a pipe. It was him. She stared, frozen. The clinic is closed, you can't be here. She called. The man grinned. Paula gasped. It was James. Before she could move, a puff of smoke rose into the air, and when it cleared, he was gone. Shaking with fear, she rushed home, locked the door, and made a cup of tea. That night, she finally fell asleep watching a silly TV show. But in the middle of the night, a sound woke her. It was singing, the same Irish song, and the old triangle went jingle jangle. The voice was getting closer, through the house, up the stairs. Her bedroom door rattled, then it swung open. She screamed and turned on the light, but no one was there. Heart racing, she checked the hallway. Empty. She sank to the floor, crying. The next morning, she found herself still on the bed. She quickly got ready and went to work, hoping to feel normal again. She arrived early, before anyone else. As she turned on the lights inside the clinic, she gasped. James was sitting in the waiting area. Just then, Kath walked in. You okay? Love? Paula blinked, and the figure vanished. She made tea for both of them, trying to calm down. Later, a patient came in. An old man approached the desk. It was him. I'd like to see the doctor, please, he said. I'll speak to someone right away, Paula said softly. James smiled. Who are you talking to? Kath asked. Paula turned. No one was there. An elderly woman came in, limping with a walking stick. I don't have an appointment, but I'm really unwell. Can you fit me in? I'll do my very best for you, love, Paula said kindly, smiling gently. As she stood, she noticed something on the counter, a wooden pipe. She stared at it for a moment, then, with a deep breath, she walked toward the doctor's room, ready to be different.